Well, welcome, man. Ayman Al-Abdullah, what's going on? President and CEO of AppSumo. That's right. Is that your official title?
I guess so. What's up, Neville?
What's going on, man? So let me read a quick introduction about you. So Ayman Al-Abdullah is the current CEO and president of AppSumo. You previously worked at Microsoft, I remember, before joining AppSumo a couple years back. And then AppSumo gets discounts on software and sends it out to hundreds of thousands, millions of email subscribers. I can never keep track.
Yeah.
And on track, you're scheduled to do what, over like $100 million this year?
That sounds about right.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So I brought you here because every week I get approached by people asking how to get featured on AppSumo. And the reason it's mainly like software developers, people with courses, all that kind of stuff.
Right.
And they're always like, because they know that I'm like kind of part of the company.
Yeah.
And they're like, how do I get featured on AppSumo and get sent out to hundreds of thousands? Is it millions of people?
It's well north of 1 million.
Oh,
yeah.
Good Lord. Okay. How many?
We've got millions of subscribers. It depends on. We actually do a lot more segmentation now than we did before, where we would just blast the list. And so well north of 1 million customers and email subscribers.
That's unreal. So let's get some numbers out of the way, just so people know what AppSumo is. How do you describe AppSumo, just like in a quick nutshell?
So right now we're the #1 software marketplace for entrepreneurs. You know, it's the equivalent of like an Amazon for software. And so we've evolved over time. Obviously, when you were there, you know, we were a deal site for entrepreneurs selling everything under the sun. And we have evolved over the last 10 years to now being the #1 software marketplace for entrepreneurs. And that's been a multi-phased approach and a multi-phased evolution of the business.
That's all. So how many people currently work for AppSumo roughly?
We just were north of 100 full-time employees.
Good Lord.
And then when we include our full-time contractors, it's about another 140. And then when we include everybody, that's well north of 200 people.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I frequently go to the office. I've got the keys still, and and steal Red Bulls.
We're going to get that back from you.
Yeah. Hey, I keep increasing my stock value, bro. Yeah. How many? So you said well over 1 million customers. How many is that? So well over 1 million emails also?
Yes, of course.
And then 100 million plus.
We're sending them direct mailers.
Okay, so this is a pretty big deal.
No. Yeah, I mean, it's funny because our revenue has not been a direct correlation of our list size. It's a direct, yeah, it's not, because you basically have 3 levers in order to grow a business. You've got the number of customers, which is, you know, obviously the one that everyone focuses on. But then you've also got your average order value. Are you providing more value to the customers on every time they're transacting? If you're selling $1 products, that's very different than if you're selling $10,000 products. And so those are the 2 levers. The third lever, and this is the one that we really focus on, is repurchase rate. How many times are those customers coming back to us? And that's a proof of the value that you're providing. That's proof that you're actually helping these customers meet their business needs. And it's so much easier to bring a customer back through email, as you're well aware, than it is to go out and acquire brand new customers.
Which of those levers are you trying to always pull the most? Is there one that's more important?
No. So every year we'll do an analysis of like, where is the most opportunity? Is there most opportunity in the top of funnel, driving more customers? Is there more opportunity in average order value, the ability to provide more value to our customers? Is there more opportunity to drive the repurchase rate? Now, you know, given the size of the company, we actually have people focused on each of those. And so we no longer need to make those trade-offs. We can actually have someone focused on top of funnel. We can have someone focused on providing more value, and we can have someone focused on retention and repurchase rates.
And where did you learn that concept, by the way?
That's actually from Jay Abram. So so like the three major levers to, I mean, if you take any company and divide their revenue by those 3 metrics, you're going to get their numbers, right? Number of customers times average order value times repurchase rate over a 12-month period is their annual revenue. It's a simple formula. And so if you can focus on those 3 numbers, you can double your business. If you add 10% to each of those levels, you're going to grow your business by 33%. And so figuring out where you have the most opportunity is critical in order for you to 10x a business.
That's super interesting. I remember like being around in the, like when I actually worked a lot with AppSumo, I would go, we were just like focused, Noah specifically was focused on just growing the email list size.
And you have to, right? Yeah. So like there's a big difference between getting rich and staying rich, right? Right? Like what does Warren Buffett say? Like you want to specialize to get rich and then diversify to stay rich. And so I mean, one of our biggest levers for growth was, I mean, you were around the Dropbox giveaway, right? 250,000 emails almost overnight. It's like specialization. And so that was huge for AppSumo early on in order to get there. But now our marketing team is 30 plus people, 50 plus people for including all of our contractors. We're focused on 9 different channels. And so we're very diversified, and we're constantly thinking about which levers to pull in order to grow the business.
Dude, that's awesome. I frequently I know when in the main growth phase, like your job is like get out there in front of everyone, be on a podcast, be on this, do giveaways, all that stuff.
Right.
But now that you're at this more mature phase, sometimes people ask me like, they're like, is AppSumo still around? And I'm like, yeah, it's like bigger than ever. Yeah. Like more customers than ever, more email, more everything.
Yeah.
Like really, I don't hear about it as much. It's like, that is interesting about a lot of companies. Like it kind of reminds me of Groupon also.
Yeah.
People always ask, they're just like, does Groupon still exist? I'm like, yeah, it does billions of dollars a year.
Right.
Like it's huge.
Right.
But like when they're out of that main growth phase, I feel like people don't hear about them as much or something like that.
Yeah. It's funny. I think that's actually AppSumo's biggest weakness right now is that we're doing better than ever before. We're bigger than we're ever before. And it still feels like we're the world's best kept secret. Like nobody knows about us. And it's like, it's shocking to me because it's, in my opinion, the best place to launch and grow your business. I mean, we've launched a couple of unicorns. We can get into that over the last couple of years. We've got a really good eye in terms of what are the best products that are launching. And so I think that AppSumo is the best kept secret in the tech space. And so despite being bigger than ever before, I still think there's a lot more room for AppSumo to grow.